What's up, DC Nation? Welcome back to another video. And guys, if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe because I always great content every day that you don't want to miss. And guys, help me subscribe so I can reach that goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It's a big goal of mine to make for 2020. Now guys, the final issue of Scott Snyders' Justice League run, Justice League number 39. Now, big question, was it good or was it bad? I thought it was kind of middle of the road, which is kind of weird because it's been an amazing run. Like, it's been really good, alright? This whole Justice Doom War, it's been great. Seeing the Justice Society of America, it's been a little rushed though at times. Like, they crammed in a lot of stuff. Like, Scott Snyder did a great job, George Jimenez, all the artists, they did a great job. Just, I feel like they could have extended it a little more. Like, I feel like this, series could have went up to 42 issues. You know that? Like, because 39 issues is, one, a weird number. Like, why not add another issue and make it 40? Like, they could easily, like, in part 3 or 4, they could add more content there. Like, the Justice League in the future, we barely saw them. Justice Society of America, we saw them, but we could have got more. We could have, like, dived more into their lore. So it was cool to see these characters return, but at the same time, it felt a little rushed, even though it's like a 10-part story arc. Well, 10 or 11 part. But guys, this finale, it's really simple, alright? Compared to all the other issues are like way more complicated, a lot of stuff's happening, you have to like read the rest of the series. Where this one, I feel like you can just jump in. Which is weird for like a finale. This is the finale of the entire run. Like, obviously there's a new creative team coming in on issue number 40, and they're gonna do the whole the evil Superman and all like the robot Superman. They're fighting out those, which that looks alright. They do have Doug Monick out on art duties, which that should be pretty good. But I'm not super excited for that. Like, I'm more excited for what Scott Snyder's gonna do next, which I'll get to later. But guys, this issue is like the artists are George Jimenez for half the issue, and then another artist, Sam Free, I think. He's not really like he's not as big as George Jimenez. He's still a big artist, but I like George Jimenez's art way better than the other guy. Like, the other guy's art is not bad in the second half, but it's not like amazing. It just doesn't compare to George Jimenez. Like, we had to wait. Like, George Jimenez has not been doing art duties that much for like the middle of this Justice Doom War. And I thought, oh, okay, he was probably doing art duties for like an exercise finale. Nope, not at all. Like, he shows up, 11 pages of the issue is by him, and then 11 pages by the other guy. So, well, I think it's Daniel Sanford. Yeah, that guy. Like, he doesn't have bad art by any means. It's solid art. But I'd like to see George Jimenez pretty much draw the whole entire comic. That would have been cool, because this art has been the best on this entire run. But guys, the action, there's not a lot of it. Just like last issue, we saw Martian Manhunter. He showed up finally. It's like a big scene. Pretty awesome, actually. I really like that. But in this issue, he pretty much tries to give a call to Earth, bringing justice against Doom again. And at first, you're like, oh, the heroes are going to totally win. But then Perpetua, which I think she's okay, but they really need to develop her character a lot more, right? She's no anti-mod, she's no Joker. Like, I don't expect her to be the Joker, but be a little more developed. Like, right now, she's just a godlike being. She's the mother of the universe. Like, they really need to do better with that. That's, like, probably my only grip with this series. Like, her as a character is a little generic. But then you got Lex Luthor, which I like him in this issue. There's not a lot of him, but he, like, apologizes. And he starts going toward justice, which that was cool, but I'd like to see more, like, closure with the whole Lex and Martian Manhunter thing. Like, we don't get this in this issue, which I think they'll do later on. And you're probably like, later on, this is a finale. But don't worry, I'll get to that. But guys, so he tries to give a call out to Earth and stuff, and they reject it. They go toward Doom. And Perpetua's all like, ha, I gave you a chance, and you lost it. And pretty much they get transported somewhere else. So they get transported somewhere else. It's like a moon type area. And you see all of them, they're not in their costumes. They're like in these weird like suits. And Martian Manhunter's like, I predicted this. Way back in issue number 1, Totality Part 1. That was an awesome issue. I remember Alexis like killed Vandal Savage. So cool. But guys, way back in that when Martian Manhunter was like predicting the future, and you're like, wait, what are all these scenes? It all lines up, which is, I like that. I like when the series comes full circle in a way. But then, we see the Spectre, Phantom Stranger, Guardians of the Universe, and the guy from New Gods, like the, Highfather. Yeah, they all show up, and they tell the Justice League you were pretty much supposed to lose, like you weren't gonna win this. But if you would want to, there's this door now. If you go through it, you can save the whole entire universe. It's gonna be a big fight, but if you lose everything. Where if you just stay here and give up, then the universe will at least still stay alive, just it'll be like toward doom. And Superman's like, well, it's the only hope we got. We gotta do it. And Batman's like, I'm down. And all of them are all right. And they like rush into the door. And that's how the issue ends. The finale ends like that. And it pretty much is like a prelude to pretty much Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's next big event. Which I'm guessing is gonna be like Dark Knight's Metal 2. It probably won't be called that. But you see like the poster of it. It shows Wonder Woman drawn by Greg Capullo. It looks so cool. I'm super excited. And they'll probably address the whole thing with like Lex and Martian Man, bring closure to that, bring closure to like everything. It'll probably be like the end to Scott Snyder's stuff at DC, I'm guessing. But they really need to wrap that up. Just the only disappointments with this issue is obviously George Jimenez didn't draw the entire issue. It was more simple. It wasn't like crazy. Like usually when I read like a Scott Snyder issue, I'm expecting crazy, over the top. No, this was super damn simple. Like there wasn't a lot to like invest in. It was more like, alright, they try to send out a call, they get rejected, they get sent to the moon, then these magician people show up. I'm gonna call magician people like the magical people, like Spectre, all of them. They show up and tell them, hey, you got a second chance, but if you lose everything. If you win, you win. And they pretty much go through the door. So it's that simple. I just told it to you in like 30 seconds. But guys, and the last complaint would be that, yeah, this whole freaking series has been like a prelude to the big event. Which you could take that with a grain of salt. It could be either like, oh, that's super cool, they set up so well, which I think they did. But then on the other side, you're like, alright, I really want to see a conclusion of this. What if in the future you read this and then it just ends like this and you don't even know about the event? Like it pretty much forces you to read other events. Like you have to find out the end of the Year of the Villain thing in Hell Arisen. Which, I don't know, I don't really care for that series, alright? With, like, Lex finding out the Infected, like, yeah, it is a cool story, like, it is cool to see action stuff, but I don't really care about the Year of the Villain thing anymore. Like, it's kind of drawn out now, and they need to move into more things, like Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's new event. Like, I want that now. We don't need a new creative team on Justice League to pretty much stall it. We don't need this whole Year of the Villain thing to be stalled out. No. Wrap that stuff up, and let's get to the good stuff. That's what I think. But guys, overall, I'm gonna give this issue an 8 out of 10. Yeah, guys, like, it's solid, alright? But nowhere near the best, like, issue in the entire run. It's actually one of the weakest, which is kind of weird. It's still an 8 out of 10. It's been a great run. Because I kind of expected more. It just felt like a prelude. It didn't feel like an epilogue at all, like how they were marketing it, but it also didn't feel like a finale. But I still liked it. And guys, in the comment section below, tell me what you thought about this issue. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you have the same disappointments that I had? And are you excited for Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's new, like, event? I'm super excited, guys. And what I'll probably do is do, like, a Dark Knight's Metal, like, explaining series, like I did with Crisis on Infinite Earths. I'll do that to get us ready and hyped for the big event next. But yeah, guys, pretty much, if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, bro, subscribe to this channel because I release this kind of content every day that you don't want to miss. Alright, guys, that's going to be the video, and peace out.